Anime Summit, Episode 11.
He has to go around and convince 3D girls to love him in order to exorcise the demons that are within them.
Hello and welcome to the Anime Summit Podcast, Episode 11. I'm Quokka, and with me I have Sam.
Shut up.
Nick.
Yo.
And the inebriated Mac.
Shut up, I'm not inebriated.
Hey, he ain't the only guy.
So what have you guys been doing in your anime lives this last week? Aside from...
I finally found a place to watch Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Z, so I'm going to watch that tonight.
It's under the bridge with the old hobo named Jeff. That's where it is.
His name is Joe, you stupid idiot. Jesus Christ.
My mistake, Sam.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Get it right.
No,
Nick.
but they did finally put it on Kiss Anime, and
Oh, you gotta edit that out.
oh shit, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna watch that. I got a chance to watch it, so I'm gonna watch that soon.
Are you excited for it? It's the dub, right? Because the Japanese is terrible.
You don't like the Japanese?
Goku sounds stupid.
I don't think he sounds.
Wait, what are you talking about? Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball Z. I mean, come on.
Oh,
How do you not know?
you have to watch
he
the
just
dub
said
for
Goku.
that, Sam. Come on.
I know the dub. I like the dub better. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
And
Dude,
the dub exists.
you got problems, man. If you're watching the sub, you're a junkie.
I got 99 problems.
Dragon
An
Ball's
8-year-old
one of those
lady voicing
shows
Goku isn't one, right?
I could never watch the Japanese of. Like,
I did watch Kami to Kami. I watched that in Japanese, and I didn't mind it.
Well, okay, to be fair, the Dragon Ball Z opening is better in Japanese because, like, it's actually, like, well done.
Are you saying you don't like
Dragon Ball Z?
Are you saying you don't like
pretty
Dragon? What's a dragon?
Dragon
Ball
Ball
I'm not
Z.
gonna lie, I had that on my iPod, but as like visually, it's not as good as the Japanese one.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Everything
Catchy
else,
as
though,
fuck,
Bruce
though.
Faulkner is GOAT.
you just stopped in the middle of that sentence?
I don't know, I thought you
like,
guys
I
were
was
gonna
about
talk
to
That was
say.
shit.
like absolute silence.
Gotta edit out
I
like
was
4
like
seconds
ready for
now.
him to finish what he was talking, and then. All right, what are we doing today, Quokka?
Oh, I've been watching some good anime. Aria, the series, is one of my new favorites.
That's that slice of life about creepy girls trying to learn stuff from Italian
Oh,
businessmen
no.
on Mars.
They're not creepy. What? There's Italian businessmen. What the? Where'd you get that?
Well, it's in Venice, Italy on Mars, right?
Yeah, but there's no Italians in there. There's nobody
I don't
talking
know.
with their hands. That's how you know they're not Italian.
There's nobody that doesn't wear deodorant and has too much hair.
Or they threaten you every other word, like that guy in Goodfellas. What, I'm funny to you, like a clown?
When
I've
I'm a
just been-
clown, I amuse you.
I've just been struggling to catch up with the week of anime that I didn't watch.
Oh, dude, I was down to like 35 episodes last week.
It's
Dude,
so
I can't
hard
believe
to
I
catch
missed
up.
an episode
You
of
guys,
School Live.
like, okay, whatever. Call me a filthy casual. F you. Okay, middle finger. Nobody cares, right?
Some
But,
watches
like,
one show a season.
You guys, like, need to calm down. Like, it's not that serious.
Calm
Like,
down, bro. Anime is supposed to be relaxation.
This is anime. It is serious business.
why watch all the crap when you can just watch the good stuff?
Sam, I'll have you know, I drive to work through rush hour traffic, flipping off trucks, just to get to the office and watch 8 hours of anime. That's what I do.
You literally watch anime at your job? That's amazing.
Well, I do on breaks, but that's not really what I do.
I was gonna say.
That'd be awesome if I did.
But some of that, you don't know what's going to be garbage or good until the end of the season, and now you've missed that wonderful first experience.
You just got to know
'Cause
what
now
it's
you have to
based
have people
off.
tell you that it's good, as opposed to you discovering that it's good.
No. Here's my rule. If it's based, the farther away from like original/novel, the worse it's going to be. So like light novels, visual novels are going to be a little worse compared to manga, regular novels, originals. So you're like, all the light novel shows, they're not going to be that great, but with a few exceptions.
Well, you have stuff like Shokugeki no Soma.
Yeah, that's a manga though.
Look,
right?
I'm not saying like, okay, here's the thing. To me, anime, I guess I do it the way I like listen to like a new band. Like if I listen to a song by a new band and only 1 out of the 5 songs I listen to grabs me, then I'm probably not going to download the whole record or follow the band. I'm probably just going to download that one song. You know what I mean? Like,
You're probably not going to pirate all their stuff so that they don't get any money anyway.
No, I'm actually a big person. Like, I'm big on buying the record.
He's literally a big person. But...
I'm literally a big guy. I'm fat as shit.
BRB.
Wait. I weigh like 15 hundo. No.
Yeah,
like,
they really make all their money from concerts anyway.
No, that's true, yeah.
And rock band.
Oh, for sure. But, like...
You don't know where you're going with that statement, are you?
I'm saying that I buy the record.
Speaking of music, though, Taylor Swift concert was amazing in Santa Clara, California.
That's the only thing good about pop music right now is Taylor Swift. The rest of it's garbage.
There's the only good thing about music, aside from Baby Metal. I've also got all my media centers set up so we can launch the Anime Summit YouTube channel sometime soon. Stay tuned for that. Follow us on Twitter. Like, favorite, subscribe.
It's just gonna be Quokka like butt naked, like on Silence of the Lambs, with his, you just like tuck between him. And he's like, "Would you fuck me? I'd fuck."
No,
me.
it's going to be.
He just runs across the screen, and that's like the intro.
It's
for
gonna
our show,
be
the PV
3-minute videos of me talking about something, with 1 minute of that being a dubstep intro with horrible 3D animation.
Oh, and you gotta do the screen shake too.
And then the last 1 minute is going to be me saying like, favorite, and subscribe.
So Quokka, you're just gonna do the Wadsworth constant, where everybody has to skip like most of the video just to get to the real stuff.
I agree completely.
Yes.
Just trolling people.
Man, I've seen some, like I watch a few Destiny videos. That's like the one game that I play enough to pay attention to videos people are
Oh,
making.
I thought you meant Destiny StarCraft. I was like,
No, Destiny, the Bungie. Yeah, not... He actually played EVE Online for a little while, but no, not that guy.
Boo!
Ultralisk
And there's,
drop, harass.
there's some videos where... I think one of them I was watching was how to use an Xbox One controller on your PC, and he talks about all the cables and stuff that you need. And it's like, you could have spent 15 seconds to say, you plug it in, done. And that's like all that he needed to say, and it was 6 minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, before we get on to the main content of this episode, we have to do a shout out to the waifu of the week.
Best girl of the week. Not necessarily
Yeah,
a
so
waifu,
we
'cause
have-
it could be,
We use Slack to manage our communication and stuff, and we have Slack Chan, who is set up with some wonderful responses to stuff, like who is best girl, and this is the one everybody likes to play with. And
I'm still salty you
now
took away
decided
Kaiji.
we'll do an official waifu of the week, and this week Slack Chan picked Senjougahara from Bakemonogatari and the rest of the Monogatari series, who is Nick's personal waifu.
Oh, hell yeah. The Sundari Crab-chan. I like how I just pronounce
Tsundere?
it so bad. I'm like, Sundari Crab-chan.
What's Tsundere? Tsundere. Okay.
No, it's Sundari. That's how I pronounce it.
Yeah, I
from
wasn't even sure what you were
Minnesota, so-
trying to say.
Yeah, she's like a sunny delight. So on the outside, she's a little bit aluminum, and then on the inside, sweet, like fruit.
I wouldn't say it's a little bit on the outside. She has quite a thick outer shell, especially towards the beginning of the Monogatari series.
She's
Well,
also
yeah.
fairly kudere and a little bit
Yeah,
yandere.
well, Oshino jokingly calls her the Sundere, so like, she's not. She's a better character than just one type. But the reason I
it's
like
almost like
Senjougahara-
she's a well-written character.
Yeah, it's almost like she has more than
She's
one.
not
aspect.
just
stop
an
the presses.
archetype.
A well-written character?
No man,
In
that
my
episode
in
12
my
of
animu, a
Bakemonogatari-
well-written
Oh.
character? How dare
Who
they?
would have thunk?
So
I don't know.
we're gonna be
Bakemo-
doing
Monogatari series has a lot of best girls, so
I agree.
Tsukihi. Tsuhiki.
Yeah.
she's okay.
The Phoenix.
She's the one in the opening to Nisei, right?
Yeah.
Where she's dancing.
She
and
does the
stuff.
little
That is a
dance.
great opening.
Well, yeah, to her arc, yes. She was in the opening to her own arc. Do
Well,
you
that
not know
makes
how
sense.
Monogatari works?
Oh no, I like the Hachikuji opening too, where she's like with her backpack, just like going back and forth.
Yeah.
So anyway,
pretty
we're going to
great.
be doing another batch of show reviews, impressions, pitches, whatever we want to call them. And interestingly enough, only one of us even picked a show that is newer than 1990. Well,
Hello.
2000 rather, I should say. Only one picked one newer than 2000.
One filthy casual.
Ah, shut up.
But it wasn't the normal filthy casual. My show, well, it's actually a movie by Madhouse from 1997, known as
Madhouse
Madhouse.
in the middle of the street.
this movie is known as Perfect Blue very good movie from the
So good.
from the 90s.
So good.
Considered one of the best anime movies of the late 90s, possibly the best.
Satoshi Kon is a
Yeah.
goat.
Directed by Satoshi Kon, who was
Satoshi
previously
Kon?
an animator for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and protege of Katsuhiro Otomo, the creator of Akira. So, Perfect Blue is kind of a movie about idols in that it is about singer Mima Kirigoe. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Jesus Christ, man.
Kirigoe.
Let's Sam do it in his like super manly Japanese
Mima
voice.
Kirigoe. Anyway, she's trying to become a more serious actress, and she's having an issue with an obsessed stalker who is pretending to be claiming to be the real Mima, sending her messages and threatening her for the fact that she's now trying to change her public image a little bit. She's trying to become a serious actress instead of the member of her 3-part idol group. And this movie opens up really weird. Like, you'll feel like you have downloaded the wrong movie because it starts off with like a 10-minute segment that is very Power Rangers-esque, and you'll be really confused. So I'm just going to throw that out there right now. I was definitely like, I closed it and had to like check again that I had the right movie.
Oh, and when you say downloaded, you mean purchased from your reputable
I was
source.
actually in Japan when I watched this, so I could have actually gone out and done that. But
I actually did buy this movie too for my parents.
when it starts getting these old
It's good.
movies, it's really hard to find.
Yeah, you
You
have to.
can't just go out and buy
You
it.
have to do it like secondhand. I think I got it from Amazon, but
They're never
either
on
way.
Netflix. They're never on good streaming
It was
sites.
like $35 for a used copy that I
Yeah, dude.
got. And
It's,
it was not even a
I
Blu-ray.
mean, I had to buy all the OVAs I watched when I was a kid that were produced by ADV, and I wanted them on DVD because I have them all in VHS. But if I want them on DVD, I got to Amazon or eBay that joint, and I always pay like, I don't know,
And it's probably
$8 to $20.
probably some guy that ripped the Laserdisc onto a DVD and is now selling them on Amazon.
So I'm just like, I pay $8 whole dollars. Oh god.
No, I was. Well, you didn't let me
$8.
finish. You didn't let me finish. I said $8 to $20 to $30. Like some of
Okay.
them I got really cheap, but then there was a couple that I got that were just like, wow, I'm really paying $30 for this, but it's worth because I haven't seen it in years and my VCR don't work no more. But like, and no, they're all legit. They're all the ADV DVDs and shit. It's got the
So anyway, during this whole process of dealing with
Perfect
this
Blue.
obsessed stalker, Perfect Blue, yeah, Mima is going through. She's kind of getting a little bit crazy and confused about her life. She's having a bit of an identity crisis, and the movie is told from 3 different characters' perspectives. All of them getting a little bit more mentally unstable throughout the movie.
This is a psychological thriller, by the way. I don't know
Yes,
if you-
very much
Dude, I was
psychological
just
thriller.
about to say that.
I was gonna get a little bit more into that.
It's like
But
the
one big thing
epitome
to
of
help
it.
make the viewer kind of really feel like they're in Mima's shoes, like they're descending into madness right with her, is that they decided not to put any transitions at all between the various essentially states that would be in the show. So there's obviously the actual story of the real Mima going on, quote unquote real life. Then there's films within the film because she is an actress, and then also sometimes where she's just dreaming, and they don't put any transitions between these, so you have to construct which is what when you're watching the scene, and sometimes you'll find out after it what it was.
Yeah, Satoshi Kon does that with a lot of his stuff where he mixes reality and dreams.
Yeah,
Like
there's
with,
one.
I think Millennium Actress and Paranoia Agent have some similar themes there.
Yeah, Paranoia Agent definitely.
So there's one scene where, like, she's been getting these letters from this obsessed stalker, and then it goes into one scene where she's at, I think, almost like an abandoned club type thing, for whatever stupid reason that an actress would go to an abandoned club. And this guy comes in and starts saying a lot of things very similar to what, like, this guy is the obsessed stalker, right? And he starts to rape her, but then they at one point call cut, and you find out this was just one of the films in a film thing. And you're just like, oh shit, she's actually being raped.
Well, I
So
feel
there is
like they
those
set
moments.
that one up though. I feel like they showed us that that was part of a movie, like we knew ahead
Not
of time.
ahead of time for that one. You don't know
I have to
until it
watch it
cuts, and then
again,
they have to
but-
hold in that position.
When I first watched it, like it seemed like that was part of a movie. I'm like, oh, that's part of the movie.
Maybe you're just more astute than your average bear.
Maybe you're a studious.
Can't say astute without ass.
One thing of note is that you should really watch it in Japanese. Like, the dub isn't particularly
I watched
bad
the
in
dub.
itself.
I like the dub, actually.
No, I'm saying the dub is a decent quality, but you lose certain things in that Mima is initially from, I'll say Osaka, just because of Azumanga Daioh, where people from Osaka talk like country hicks. And now she's in Tokyo as an actress, and she speaks like somebody from Tokyo. But then during certain scenes, she snaps back into talking like she's from Osaka. And that subtlety is lost in the English, as well as the fact that there's certain things that in the process of doing the lip syncing translation for the dub, it changes the meaning enough to where it doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, it's just something that is said for no reason. While in the original Japanese, it actually like helps further the feeling of the story.
Yeah, I suppose that's right. I'm just saying the dub is passable. It's not bad.
Yeah, if
I guess if
you
you wanted,
absolutely have to watch in
Every
English,
single layer,
it's
then
good
the,
enough.
The sub is good. The thing about the dub I like,
if you're very in between, go with the Japanese. Absolutely.
yeah, like the thing about the dub is you can pay attention to everything on screen, which is
Or you don't
fun.
have to be a dub versus sub Nazi and just watch it however you like.
You can watch both. Watch one of each. But I'm just saying,
I'm
it lets
giving
you
the
see
reasons
everything.
why the Japanese is better.
You
Not
Oh, okay,
because-
carry on.
I'm not saying
Sorry.
that Japanese is always better. I'm saying
No,
in this
you're
case,
right. Sorry, carry on. my
Japanese is not always better. Oh God,
yeah, obviously Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
bad. I will try and find the dub.
But I've never had that issue of having to focus too much on the subs to watch things. I can, multitask with my eyeballs.
Dude, go watch Tatami Galaxy and come back to us.
Speaking of dub, one time when I worked at a gas station, some guy came in and was like, "Let me get the dub on Pump 5." I was like, "What
And
the
you're
fuck?"
like, huh?
Dude, was I there when you were there?
No, it was right before you worked there, but he's like
Oh.
he slammed a $20 bill on the counter. He's like, "Let me get the dub on 5." I'm like, "All right."
Whatever. So
They
the
played
actual
Perfect
some,
Blue,
rights,
like
though,
80s
is-
music there
the
all
rights to
time.
Perfect Blue were actually optioned off to an American director, who later made Black Swan, which is
Yeah.
in many ways the spiritual successor to Perfect Blue, in that it hits all of the exact same main story elements and even has some matching shots.
And also, there's another
specifically
movie,
imitate.
Requiem for a Dream, where they took the bath scene from
Yeah,
Perfect Blue.
But that's only like one scene. That's by the same director as well.
Yeah, and they had to pay for that too. If they wanted to use that scene.
You mean Darren Aronofsky?
Yes.
Shit, dude, this is anime podcast. We don't know other stuff.
We don't know American. I have that note somewhere.
Was that
Black
Steven
Swan is pretty good.
Spielberg?
If you absolutely want to watch it in English, I'd prefer almost Black Swan over the original Perfect Blue, but Perfect Blue is amazing too. They're both good. Watch both. There's also a Japanese live action movie called Perfect Blue, If This Is a Dream, Wake Me Up, but it's based on a different book from the overall series.
Also,
You
I
guys
think
have-
we should say, rest in peace, Satoshi Kon.
Oh, the late Satoshi Kon.
The late Satoshi Kon.
R.I.P.
Hey,
bro.
if he was alive, we might still have good anime. Shots
Rip in
fired.
peace. Any questions
Yo,
about Perfect
let's-
Blue?
Yeah, Mac. What do you think, Mac?
Would
What
you
do
watch
mean,
Perfect
what I
Blue?
think? No, I haven't watched it.
Mac's just
Would
like
you watch
totally
it? Do you want to
wasted
watch
right
it? Does
now.
it sound good to you?
I recommend it. It's really good.
It's good.
I maybe will. I've got a lot of stuff to watch.
There's definitely moments where I was watching through it where you feel like you figured it out, and then it just shuts you up immediately after that. You're like, I've got this. I've totally figured it out. And then it's like, no, you don't. We wanted you to think that.
Sounds like some Madoka shit right there.
Oh, it's better than
Not
Madoka.
really. It's much closer to normal Japanese psycho horrors.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I'm just trying to
reincarnation.
find out what's real, what's not real, and like what's gonna happen next, etc.
what
And it's-
exactly is going on?
Yeah, what's going on, pretty much. It's good though. Like I really liked it.
Like, this is one where you can be questioning everything and not figure it out. Well, Madoka's more of a almost just lulled into where you just don't ask the questions that matter. Anyway, Nick, what do you have for us? Oh wait, no, I need to give it a rating on the Nabisco scale.
Oh
That's
yeah.
right,
Oh,
that's
let's.
right.
I'm gonna pull that up. Let me pull that up.
Rating
hold up.
on the Nabisco scale, bruh.
The Nabisco scale.
Nabisco Scale.
Da, 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 da. Well, Oreo is the top. Triscuit's the bottom. Let's find.
I wanna say like the golden Oreo.
You always say the golden Oreo though. Okay,
I don't
so
always
here
say
we
the
go.
golden Oreo.
I'm gonna paste the scale right into our chat. I'm gonna put it in the Slack chat right here. No, I'm gonna put it in our Google Talk chat so everyone can click on it. Bam, right there. It's
That's
on the
even
Google
more
Talk chat.
difficult to click on.
No, it's on the right side, right there.
Golden
I
Oreo,
don't
isn't
have
that
the chat up.
Golden Oreo is like B grade, right?
Yeah,
No, it's
I
like-
don't know.
Just below. I don't
I haven't had
understand
those in a
how
while.
he tiered this stuff anyway, because he didn't even put them in order. He puts like multiple things on the same level. That's nonsense.
Yeah,
No,
you can
no,
have
that
multiple
may-
things
no,
in the same
okay,
tier. It's just like a
Wheaton's-
fighting game.
Wheat thins need to be way higher. Wheatons
no,
need to
And
be
it,
no,
up there.
your,
you
your
can't-
sorting sucks. Your sorting sucks. We can't use your sorting.
No. You can't put wheat thins that high because you just can't eat a million of them. That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
you
Like, can eat a
can.
million
Oh
You've
my
of
never
them.
had the
friggin-
tomato and basil, have you?
Yeah, if I want to just be farting the whole day.
Oh, that's no
Come
one
on.
else's fault but yours, Farty McFartson. Jeez.
What do you
Good
mean?
one,
Okay, what do you mean
Sam.
my sorting sucks? This is how they do it in fighting games.
Okay,
with the tiers.
listen, Gas Attack.
Let's just say Perfect Blue, really damn good. It's up there between Oreo and Golden Oreo. However that plays
Chips
out.
Ahoy.
I would say,
Chips Ahoy.
according to Nick's thing here, Chips Ahoy or Honey Maid.
Yeah, Honey Maid. Yeah, graham crack, dude. By the way,
Like
graham
a box
crackers-
of Sun-Made raisins.
graham crackers plus chunky peanut butter is heavenly. I had that the other day.
I'm not
okay,
drunk,
Nick,
I just
what
like
show you got
tea.
for us? What show you got for us, Nick?
Okay, so you were talking about live action. Speaking of live action, there's a guy who really likes to direct live action. His name is Hideki Anno, and he started his career with.
Oh, what's he known
a
for?
bunch of
He's not known
stuff.
for anything, is he?
No, he did. He left anime for live action, and then came back, and he almost
And-
prefers live action directing. But anyway,
And he's
'cause
never
gonna do
made
the new
anything
Godzilla
good,
film
right?
Coming up.
He's never made anything good, right?
No, I mean some mediocre stuff like Fooly Cooly, Evangelion. Those are some okay shows, but he made one of his first big hits. I think it was the first big hit he really made. There's like the Wings of Haname's, and then he also made Top Lonore Gunbuster, which was 1988. It's a 6-episode OVA series by Studio Gainax.
Yep.
And,
Gainax,
pretty-
known for Puchi Puri Yushi.
Yeah, clearly their best show. But what makes Gunbuster worthy of recommending is it's the predecessor to a lot of popular shows nowadays. Evangelion, Tenga Toppa Gurren Lagann, which are all produced by Gainax as well. Gunbuster really, it's like essentially a coming of age story. The whole point of the show. It's a coming of age story. There's the main girl's name is Noriko. She is in an academy where she has to learn how to pilot a robot to defend against the space monsters. They're literally called space monsters. That's the enemy of the series. And it has a really 80s feel. It's like the show, it's like the movie. I've actually never seen, Sam, you've seen Top Gun, right?
Yeah.
Is it kind of similar to Top Gun where it's like you just have to keep ramping up and ramping up? I don't know if that's the
Yeah,
right
I mean,
description.
yeah.
It has the word
Yeah.
top in it.
That's what we're talking it.
Well, no.
I see what you're saying, though. I see what
It
you're
was
saying, though.
inspired by a 1979 anime called Aim for the Ace, which is a tennis anime where it basically there's a coach who has like these aviator sunglasses, and he's just always like this badass dude who's coaching these girls to be the best they can be. Okay, Mac, I will tell you what. Gunbuster pioneered the boob bounce in anime. It was one of the
Get it
first.
now.
It might have been the first anime with bouncing boobs. Like the
Shout out
physics of it.
to r/titty drop.
But yeah, in the opening theme, there's the bouncing boobs. In the show, there's some fan service. You guys, if you want fan service, there's there. Yeah, and then like pretty much it's a coming of age story. The whole point of the show is that the space monsters are attacking Earth. They're threatening humanity's existence. So humanity has to send out these forces of space troops and Gundam robots. They're not called Gundams. They're like giant robots, and they have to fight the space monsters. So Noriko has to travel with.
So this
She,
is
like,
Space
travels ahead of
Invaders,
time.
the anime.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, what's interesting about this anime is, if any of you ever heard of the movie Interstellar, which came out recently in the past couple years, I think.
Like a year
What
ago.
happens is like there's some space. There's a thing called time dilation or space dilation, where like if you travel at light speed,
Time dilation, yes.
yeah, time dilation. If you travel at light speed or very, very, very fast,
Based
You're
on your
essentially-
special theory of relativity, the closer you get
Yeah,
to the speed of light, time slows down. So in theory, if you ever reached the speed of light, time would freeze for you and you would be stuck there.
Yeah, and what happens is they use light travel to get long distances quickly. And what that does is the main characters are still young, and then they fight some battles, and they come back, and it's been a year. And then
For
they do
them.
it again, and it's been longer. And like that's kind of the point of the show, and that's what makes it so so great at the end. I won't spoil anything, but like there's a really great ending to this series that
They watch their own grandkids die
no,
from
no, it's
old
not that.
age.
It's just the idea of that ties into the character growth of Noriko, because she has to do all this fighting and stuff, and the world around her is changing so fast, and she doesn't get to catch up to it, and then it just goes on, and then the end of the series
And then
it all
suddenly she's in
culminates
the distant
into-
future of 2013 and she has a cell
into the
phone
climax. Yeah, the future of 2013 with the cell phone.
with a personal computer that does everything in her pocket, right, Sam?
Yep. It literally does everything. You can go on the Google with it. You can find shit out when you're just walking down the street, walking your cat.
Walking your
I almost feel like
cat?
Sam
What?
doesn't remember the basis of that joke.
No, I do. It's when I was trying to talk about robotics
Cat
nuts
is
and I was
fine, too.
saying some stupid shit. You know what I meant. Shut
Who
up.
walks their cat? What the fuck?
I walk my cat. I walk Smokey.
Does he have a harness?
Yeah, I put a little harness on him. He goes outside. He starts doing cat things in the grass.
Does he start dancing around like Arya?
No, one time,
President Arya?
let me tell you something. This is what he did. The neighbors had their big golden lab out. And the golden lab goes up to Smokey like he wants to play, right? Like he's just sitting there like, hey, Smokey. Smokey backhands dude. He just... bah! Right across the schnauzer. And then you
Pow,
just,
right in the kisses.
you just hear the poor dog go... and Smokey... And then my neighbors were like... They're like yelling at his dog, like, "Hey, you're never gonna do that again, you fucking dummy!" Like, shit was funny, dude. Smokey's a badass. He don't play.
That's awesome.
You go up to Smokey, he's gonna be like, "Hey, you gonna learn today? You gonna learn today?"
Hide your kids.
So, Nick, I
hide your
read-
wife.
Something about Gunbuster that related it to the Battle of Okinawa or something, where it has like stats about ships sunk and stuff like that going on.
Oh, the anime encyclopedia entry, which I also skimmed. I don't know enough about Japanese history to comment on that. I know that Gunbuster did take a lot of influences from everything. Like, it's pretty much every anime. It's on the shoulders of giants. Like, a lot of stories are created from real life events or other stories or a combination. And Gunbuster did that, and then it also paved the way for future stories. So that's what.
So what you're
Gunbuster's
trying
important.
to say is that it's anti-American propaganda.
No. Gate
No.
is anti-American propaganda. Gunbuster is just like giant robots doing badass shit
And have you seen,
and boobs.
was it the sequel Die Buster?
I haven't seen that one yet. Apparently, Diebuster is like a bit different from Gunbuster, but it is the sequel. It's also by Gainax.
For the 20th anniversary or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 2000. Was it 2008 then? If it was
2004. 20th anniversary of Gainax.
Oh, okay, yeah. So then it was early 2000s. But yeah, I definitely got to check that one out. It's that one's also 6 OVA, I believe. But the funny thing about Gunbuster is like everybody seems to rate it in the same place. Everyone's just like, 8. Cuz like the harsh critics give it an 8 and then everyone else gives it an 8 and it's an 8. I don't know. It's like it actually is really good. I'm pretty harsh on
What is that on the
how I rate
Nabisco
things.
scale?
On the Nabisco scale, that's like
And Nick, yeah, we
Fuck,
know
I gotta
you're
click on
harsh.
it.
You have an average score of like less than 3.
no, my average score is like 5.9.
Because
yeah,
you
something
less
like
than
that.
3 anime.
I heart.
Okay, Nick.
Dude, I give it like a Nutter Butter. It's a straight up Nutter Butter out of 10.
Straight up Nutter Butter.
There's not even 10. There's not even 10 tiers, and there's more than 10 lists of
A straight,
Nabisco things.
a
here.
straight up Nutter Butter out of Oreo.
Okay, if we're going on the scale, the stuff on the left is like slightly higher in the tier zone. I don't know. I just fucking made this in like 5 minutes.
I know,
guys. Come on.
but I'm just saying that out of 10 makes no sense because there's less than 10 grades. but
Sam,
more than
Sam.
10.
And
things
we're
of
not
Nabisco.
talking about
We
numbers
don't need
anyway.
your logic on the
It's the
Nabisco
Nutter Butter
scale.
out of Oreo.
I know. Eric said it right. Nick said it like a stupid.
Like a stupid.
Dude, no, that's like when you say like would not hold hands with out of 10, right? You know, when
That's
you're talking
we're
about a
talking
girl,
about the Nabisco scale.
Oh,
You're
okay, this
talking
is
about
a little more important.
you're talking
Nonsense.
about geometry or something stupid like that.
Something stupid.
Get off
Oh,
me.
guys, can I say my idea? Okay, here's my idea. Just pitching it. We're gonna try to get a cam girl to join our cast, right?
Oh my God, we're not
There's
doing
a lot
that.
of cam girls.
Some
Like
we're gonna
animes.
get Gina, darling, to.
I'm in.
No, it's gotta be Miss Alice, right? Come on.
How do you? Okay, you know what's weird? Nick has known
Like, how
all
do you
these
know the
weird
names?
facts about cam girls, and now he knows the names. And he's like, "Well, doesn't everybody do that?" It's like, no. I think you're just trying to save face. and
We're
cover up the
gonna
fact
get the Asian Magibon girl
No, okay.
to join the cast.
Can I give you the background? It's because me and my buddy Chris would always joke about cam girls, and I'd text him and be like, "Dude, this
This-
girl's on."
This
We'd,
is just
laugh about
like
it,
the other guys where Marky Mark learns ballet so that he can make fun of the nerdy kids.
I just wanted to make fun of the
Yeah.
nerdy kids who were doing ballet, so I did it.
So I became
This isn't
really
tears,
good at
this
it.
is sweat.
Okay, dudes. I kind of forgot that tonight was pitch night, but I was thinking about it like real quick. I was like, okay, I got to think of one I know that they haven't seen because these guys have seen way more than I have. So I
That's
always
why
try
we
and
gave you our lists,
right, no, right,
Yeah, but
exactly.
We've
which we
seen a lot of
update.
older
You
stuff,
don't
though.
want. You
I
don't
haven't seen
update
that.
anything.
No, well, that's because yeah, but
Dude, Sam, wait, have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? Real talk.
not all.
I know you've seen that
not all of it.
because you didn't have it on your mail, so I wasn't sure. Dude,
I haven't
this is
seen
like
all of it
this is so fucked up. How am I the only one here who's seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Dude, I ain't got
because
time.
okay, you know what? And
Oh my god.
I'm kind of with Eric on that. Like, and I don't know. I'm really hipster when it comes to this shit, you guys. Like, just like don't give into the hype.
The
and it's
original's
just,
from
like,
2003.
No,
No,
I'm saying
Sam
even
hates
then.
anything that's good.
I started going to conventions in 2005, and at that point, FMA was already ruined for me. So like,
Yeah, that was before Brotherhood, right?
yeah, that was
Brotherhood was like
Brotherhood.
08, I think.
What's your show? What's your show you're gonna
So
pick?
I was trying to think, and I was trying to think of stuff I watched when I was younger, and I thought of Android Kikaider because it's just really weird because it's really like, and maybe this is why I think it's so cool, is because Kikaider is actually, so the original Kikaider show is like a live action like tokusatsu series from like the 70s, and it's like about this guy, what's his face, Doctor. I forgot his name, but he's like a scientist. He builds robots, and he wants
Dr. Robotnik.
he wants to build, yeah, that fucking dude, yeah. He wants to build
Dr. Eggman.
he wants to build robots that have like, okay, just like any other kind of, robot scientist anime.
Dr. Wily.
Mega Man included. Yeah, I was going to say they want to build one that can think for themselves, that kind of thing, Oh, it's so amazing, AI, whatever. So he builds this one robot, and he builds it to like serve humankind or whatever, but then he thought, okay, I want to build an android out of him, have him give him like an android disguise.
Android
right?
18.
So
It
his name
sounds
is
like the plot to Punchline.
so okay.
Sounds like Dragon Ball Z, dude.
except Punchline is garbage, but like
Oh, Punchline is garbage for real, though.
but like so he builds this robot. His name is Jiro, and he can like if he presses like his shoulders, like he crosses his arms and presses shoulders, he turns into the battle robot Kikaider, and he's like one half of him is blue and the other half of him is red. He's like really badass looking, and like he just battles shit. Like he just kicks like buttholes left and right. Then there's obviously like the bad scientist guy who's like a jerk. Dude, okay, I'm just gonna say it right now. The beginning of it is straight up Mega Man. There's two scientists. One guy builds a good one, the other guy builds a bad one when he realizes he don't want to work with the other scientists no more. So he builds this other robot named Kikaider, and he's like black and with like lightning stripes on him. He's cool.
Wait, so
But-
the one is
so
named
the
Kaider and the other is Kikaider?
Kikaider and Kikaider.
Is that like Mega Man and Nega Man?
Seems like it.
Okay, you guys are stupid. Anyway.
I mean, it's
Friggin' so anyway, the Tokusatsu show is like it's a straight up like kid show, okay? Like there's that corny music, and here he comes on his motorcycle, like what up? I'm gonna beat all the bad guys, whatever. And then you got the anime. They made this anime version in 2001 called Android Kikaider. And it's just dark as anything, man. Like they just completely went. It was polarizing as shit, and it was just like really depressing. Jiro or Kikaider, whatever. Like when he's in his human form, he's Jiro, but like he's walking around with a guitar, right, acoustic guitar in his back, acting all depressed. Like, what's my purpose? I don't know nothing. I'm a loner. I'm a nobody. I'm a stupid. Like all like it's just so damn depressing. But like it's so good. But like there's even a point where, oh man, I remember watching this episode as a kid and I bawled my eyes out, dude. Like the main girl or the lead female character, her mom like commits suicide. Like,
damn.
Spoiler.
she shoots herself in the head. Like
Damn.
I don't remember why, so it's not that big of a spoiler. But there's a reason why, and it was really depressing. But I haven't watched it since.
That's
like,
messed up, dude.
dude.
Sam hasn't watched it since the 70s.
I haven't watched it since the
'cause he's
'70s.
that old.
Even though I was born in '90, but whatever. But like I don't know.
That's
okay.
how much of a hipster he is.
By the end of it, like some effed up shit happens, right? And it's just really, it speaks a lot about just all kinds of mental stuff, and it's really good. It makes you feel the feels, and it makes you feel them unexpectedly, and that's probably why maybe now that I've already seen it, but definitely when the first time I was watching it, I was like, nope, I'm done. I can't. I'm going to sleep. I'm so sad right now. Like. But, like, they made a live-action movie, which I haven't seen yet, in 2014, called Kikaider Reboot or something.
Oh, it probably sucks, dude.
Yeah, I think it didn't do
No,
very
I'm
good.
just kidding. I don't know.
No, I think you're right, though. I think it didn't do very good. Like, but, I guess,
I don't know.
like...
Does anime ever translate to live action really well?
Dragon
Some
Ball
stuff
the
like-
movie.
Oh, God. Wait, that never happened, though, right? We only have the cartoon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I
That
have no
that
idea.
got canceled
yeah.
in production, right? Actually, some stuff like Monster could be pretty good, I think. And I know they did a live action of Kaiji Ultimate Survivor. Their noses weren't pointy enough, man. I mean, Kaiji's got pointy nose.
Fair enough. I
Okay, but here's the
guess.
thing. Here's the cool thing, though, right? Here's the cool thing. So Japan, obviously, I think, watched they're like, oh, the Avengers live action film in America is really cool. But instead of doing the build up like Marvel did, they just made this movie called Kamen Rider Cross Super Sentai Cross Space Sheriff Superhero Tyson Z. And it's just got a bunch of like
What?
It's got like a Power Ranger. Yeah, it's got a red Power Ranger in it. It's got Kamen Rider in it. It's got like, oh man, just a bunch of people in it. But apparently in a post-credit scene, a red and blue android gets up and he's like, they're not the only heroes of Earth. And that's what leads to the live-action Android Kikaider movie. But, I don't know, it's only 13 episodes and then there's an OVA. But it's really good. Like, if you're not in the mood to watch something kind of sad, then don't. But there's a bunch of, like, there's even a point where Kikaider's like, what am I doing? Like, there's something wrong about what I'm doing, and I don't know what it is. He, like, contemplates some shit, and people be tripping, like, left and right. People be tripping on the real note. Like, they be like, oh, shit, I just beat this robot, and I put my hand through this robot's head right quick. But you know what? I feel like that was the wrong thing to do, because violence ain't always the thing. And then the homies come up and they was like, yo, we just gonna shove him out and just keep driving, yo, because I ain't be finna called by the police. And then Kikaider turns back into Jiro and he's all sad again. And it's some shit, some MILF blows her brains out. I don't even know. Like, I'm sad right now. I don't want to talk about it.
And that
Fascinating
ends
tale.
Sam's anime pitch, I guess.
I'm not even.
Dude, Sam, so, like, what anime would you compare this to? If any.
Like the
if
overall
you,
feeling
so,
of
like,
it.
If you liked this anime, you might like Kikaider.
Oh, I guess if you like, okay, it's probably because it's like by the same. If you like that, this is what was cool about it. so I mean, obviously the anime came out in 2001. They still drew him. They drew the art style is still like the 70s art style, which is like anime art style, which is really cool. So it reminds you of like not Osamu Tezuka, but maybe like animes after that. But if you like
Nostalgia.
Cyborg, yeah,
Lupin
if
the
you
Third or something, or
yeah,
Astro Boy?
exactly.
That was the '60s though. I think.
If you like
Anyway.
if you like that old style, but with that newer animation look, then that's another reason why anyone might like it. Like Cyborg 009 or 0091 or Queen Emeraldis, Captain Harlock, things like that. But if you really want to watch something just really deep, I don't know what it is, but Japanese and Thai people and Korean people are really good at telling like really sad shit, but like they're just really good at it. I don't know, but
Being Asian is suffering.
yeah,
That's because they like to crawl down stairs like in The Grudge, just like hair draped over.
maybe
their
it's because
face.
I'm half Asian and I
Dark.
feel the
Shut up,
feels.
Nick.
Everyone yell at Nick. God damn it.
Well, I mean, Japan does have a high suicide rate.
Wow.
So
Shut up,
that's-
Nick.
So does
You know,
Seattle.
I'm just saying, yeah, because it's not sunny. It's like cloudy,
the sun
man.
never comes out
The sun never comes out in Seattle.
for like 1 week out of the
Never.
year.
No, Sam, like never ever. They can't grow crops there because there's no sun.
No, really.
That's
though.
why they have
Seattle
all the
has, like, the
computer
highest suicide rates in the country.
Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Here
That's
comes
depressing.
the sun. I said.
But
Because they have good coffee and no
Still
sunlight.
lower than Japan, probably.
but yeah, no. If you, I guess I don't know. I can't really think of another anime to say if you like this, you'll like that. But if you like, that old look with the new animation, then I would highly recommend it. Like, but yeah,
You'd recommend
I-
both
I-
the original series thing and the reboot?
I don't know if I would recommend the original 70s show. I haven't seen the reboot live action movie. I've only seen the OVA and the anime series. Well, I mean, I've watched a couple episodes of the old show, but that's just straight up Power Rangers, like really cheesy Kamen Rider. You know what I mean? It's a tokusatsu show. It's a Sentai show. So, but I mean, I would definitely recommend the anime, definitely, and the OVA if you want to. The OVA is kind of weird because it's like got other Kikaiders in it, like Kikaider 02 is in it and Kikaider 01, and no one really cares about them. But like, yeah, no, I definitely recommend it, especially if you like that old style for sure. On the Nabisco scale, though, I would say like I don't know, Teddy Graham to Nutter Butter.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Yeah, pretty
That's
solid.
solid.
Sounds solid.
I would love a Nutter Butter right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, Nutter Butters are so good. That's why I put them up there, man.
It's easy to eat a box of those. You just feel disgusting afterwards.
I don't know if it's easy. They're like really filling, but like,
But they're just
yeah,
so
it
good.
is kind of easy.
So, Mac, what do you have for us? You're the filthy casual that picked a show from this millennia.
Yeah, I guess you can call me a filthy casual. I picked The World God Only Knows, which, if you haven't seen that yet and
T-Guac.
you really like harems, it's a show you should watch because it's an example of what happens when a harem it is done absolutely completely right. Basically, you have the protagonist who his name is Kama, and this guy like only plays like games on his quote unquote PSP / gaming systems. You know how anime kind of rip offs gaming systems.
What do they
But-
call it in this? Is it a Somi?
I think they call it something like that because he's got like like at one point in the show, to go slightly off topic of the explanation, he has like 9 gaming consoles at once and he's all playing dating sims on them. But-
Yeah.
Anyways, this guy's a baller. Basically, he's known as the capturing god because he plays all these dating sims and he figures out how to beat every single one of them and he can capture any girl. So what
He's the guy that
basically
writes the guides to the routes to beat
pretty
each girl.
much. Like it comes down like the whole premise of the show is he gets this email one day and it's like basically challenging him to capture more girls and he's like, "Oh, I can capture anything." And then all of a sudden a mysterious girl appears who is a demon from
Dun,
hell,
dun, dun.
quote unquote.
Does she have a penis?
She does not have a
This
penis.
is not
I'm
Bible
sorry.
Black.
Damn.
But anyways, her name is Elsie. And basically, Kama gets this little necklace that is strapped around his neck. And Elsie explains to him that he has to go around and convince 3D girls to love him in order to exorcise the demons that are within them.
The
And
pain
if he
we all
doesn't-
suffer.
If he
convincing
doesn't,
3D girls.
then that collar around the neck or around his neck actually explodes. So basically, he has to go from 2D seduction to 3D seduction. And watching him seduce all of the girls is pretty enjoyable because you don't know how it's exactly going to go. And
Does he put on his robe and wizard hat?
While the girls are possessed by these demons, aren't they kind of reduced into your basic archetype stereotypes to make it quite a bit easier?
Not really. That's what Kama has a problem with, because honestly, like with the first girl he has to capture, he complains that they're not near as predictable as the regular archetypes. Like, the writing is done extremely well in the sense of the capturing that they have to do. Like, as I said, he has to convince the girl to fall in love with him and to kiss him and everything, and then the demon comes out of them because the demon can't handle all of the love and affection. I guess that's what it is. And then Elsie, the agent from hell, will capture them and put them in a little jar or bottle or whatever.
So
the
are
hell
you sure that
thing
he
is.
didn't just make a deal with a succubus to steal girls' souls?
Well, he definitely made a deal, but he wasn't really aware of what he had done. He kind of just got caught all up in it because he just responded to this email. They sent him an email. I mean, who would have thought a demon would send somebody a D-mail? Yes, I'm totally going Steins Gate right now. Who would have thought a demon would send a human guy an email asking them to capture other demons?
In the distant future
Is
of
the demon
2013,
from
even
Nigeria?
demons have smartphones. There's good cell
That's true.
reception in hell, actually.
Cocoa Plus.
Yeah, I mean they have
Cocoa
Comcast as their
Plus.
provider in hell. So
Cocoa Plus. But
know.
anyways, there's 3 seasons to this show. You've got the first season, and you've got The World God Only Knows 2, and then you've got The Goddess. That's the 3rd season, where basically whenever... I'm going to try to explain this as simply as possible without spoiling too much. Whenever the hell in this universe, I should say. Whenever the hell in this universe had a big uprising, there were goddesses that tried to seal away the quote-unquote most evil spirits, and they did that to in doing that, they sacrificed themselves and everything, and they ended up in a couple of these girls, much like the demons. In the goddess arc, Kama has to both protect them and still convince the girls that the goddess's spirits are in. He has to convince them to love them because apparently the power of love gives the goddesses power, which it sounds really freaking corny whenever I'm saying it because I don't do it justice. I know
Are
I
you
don't.
sure this isn't Sailor Moon?
It's not Sailor Moon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Oh, it
Nick.
can't be
It's
that
not
good,
Sailor Moon.
I don't know. Nothing can be as good. as
Like,
Sailor Moon.
literally, for the first season of it, I gave it a 7 on Mal. For the second
Whoa,
season,
whoa, Mac. What does that mean?
a 7?
Nabisco Scale.
Yeah, Nabisco Scale. We don't
Okay.
know what 7 means.
Okay,
Is that
I'm
cheese
sorry.
nips?
I just spoke German for you guys. Es tut mir leid. Ich kann nicht
Bless
es
you.
helfen. Ich kann nicht es helfen. Oh meinen Gott. Anyways,
Yo, you're going Asuka on us.
ja, ich könnte Deutsch sprechen. Das ist kein Problem.
Strudel Bratwurst.
Ne,
Yeah,
Bratwurst.
strudel bratwurst.
Bratwurst
Think in
Schnitzel.
German, Shinji.
You're a wizard, Harry. For the first and second season, I scored them around a Teddy Graham. Because, you can't go wrong with Teddy Grahams. Teddy Grahams are pretty filling. They're pretty enjoyable. And they give you a nice aftertaste in your mouth. Plus, if you leave them in your mouth for a while, you can kind of suck on them. And they give you this really nice, long-lasting honey taste.
Dude,
And that's really good.
That's what she said.
Shut up, Nick.
Oh my god.
Your line April sucks. Anyways.
I've never even seen that show.
Shut up, Nick. It doesn't matter. For the last arc that they did, for the last season, this one is what sets us apart from everything else. and I really wish they would have continued it. I really need to read the manga to get the continuation of it, because I've heard that the ending to this show is absolutely phenomenal, and that is why I give the last season of The World God Only Knows a golden Oreo, which for me to give a harem a golden Oreo is freaking huge.
Isn't
So wait, is it
Clannad a
golden
harem
Oreo
though?
Clannad isn't really per se a harem. I'm not going to call it a harem because okay, you're going to make me get into this.
Well, they have a
Okazaki
kid.
is not
That
really
can't be a
interested in
harem.
the other girls. He only has eyes for Nagisa.
Yeah, they have a kid in season 2 or something, right?
That doesn't
Okay,
matter.
thanks for spoiling it, Nick.
That's
Yes.
not really a spoiler.
Nisekoi's a
have
harem,
Ushio
and he
in
has
season
only
2.
eyes for Onodera.
Yeah, Nadesco's a harem, and he don't got eyes on nobody. But he's a
Nisekoi's, like,
pimp.
so mediocre though.
Yeah, but in
Dude, school
okay,
days is
listen,
a harem.
in
Man. School
Clannad,
Days is great.
he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit romantically about Fuko, about Kyo, about Ryo, about
he loves
Tomoko.
Tomoyo and Kyo.
Tomoyo.
I thought the
They both
definition
have
of,
after
of a
stories.
harem. I thought the definition of a harem genre was it was like 4 bitches and they was all in love with one dude.
The dude doesn't have to be in love with any of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm. No, I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I just fucking said.
Yeah, I know.
Like-
I'm adding to that point.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, yeah.
First
Thank
off,
you, Eric.
okay, I seriously doubt Fuko was interested in Okazaki.
Look,
he
Fucko
really-
was.
Fuko was not really interested. Not Fucko. Shut up,
Fucko.
Sam. Shut up, Sam.
I mean, that is her name, so you know.
Ah, shit, nigga. Anyways, no, Fuko wasn't. You found out, like, God, y'all are gonna make me go off topic. Why y'all gotta do
Well,
this
I mean,
to
you
me
finished
while I'm
pitching, so
inebriated?
now we're talking about something else.
Yeah, now we're
Okay.
catching.
Okay,
right?
so to recap, you should watch. Was it Perfect Blue, Gunbuster, Kikaider, and the World God Only Knows, which is not
Kaleidoscope.
the World Only God Knows.
Hey, I
It's the
am
world
not
God
done with
only
Clannad
knows.
here. Y'all
You
y'all
might
have
wanna say
We're
opened
that.
done with.
You might
You
we're
guys-
done with
that.
Clannad.
you guys have opened Pandora's box here,
might wanna
and you
save
need to
that.
feel bad about it.
Mac
Why-
is ein großer Fußgerät.
Waifu of the week, Senjougahara.
Ich bin ugly. Okay,
Whatever.
now listen up.
Clannad is okay.
I've been
out of 10.
Quilka. With me has been Sam,
I'm so
Nick,
salty right now.
and Mac.
I'm
and
so
this has
salty right
been
now. I'm
the
done. No, I'm
Anime
not done with
Summit
Clannad.
Podcast.
Thank you for listening.
Never going back again to the time when I was lost. What a fool I was, blindly living in a lie. It always felt so wrong, but now I know what's right. Somehow the heavens found me, knew I was destined for glory. Gave me a world I could call mine. It's my game, it's my life. I'll say goodbye to the old days. It's my way or the highway. The world will soon know my name, 'cause I'm making history today. There's only victory, and the future's as bright as it can be. Our time is now. Let's turn things back around. Join hand in hand as our dreams go according to plan.
If you like the show, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Anime Summit or leave a review on iTunes.